The brother of Vice President Joe Biden unharmed and at home.
And he is talking about yesterday's close encounter with a suspicious package. Good evening. Frank Biden is speaking as a multi-agency investigation continues into that suspicious package containing white powder that was discovered in the mailbox of his Ocean Ridge home.
News Channel 5's Dan Corcoran spoke one-on-one with Frank Biden and has new information this morning.
Frank Biden told me that his health was not compromised in any way by coming in contact with that white powder near the mailbox of his Ridge Road home. Biden says he and his brother, the vice president, are very glad about the way this ordeal ended. An unexpected and frightening arrival for Frank Biden, the 57-year-old younger brother of Vice President Joe Biden.
Well, sure, yeah, it's a little nervous-making, of course, but nothing extraordinary.
In Frank Biden's mailbox outside his Ocean Ridge home, a manila envelope delivered by the U.S. Postal Service Saturday. The envelope was addressed to him, and he says it came from someone in India. He opened it like any other letter, but inside this one, a suspicious powdery substance.
On my hands.
And was it just a
fine white powder?
That suspicious powder spilled out onto his hands. Biden immediately called 911. The FBI, the bomb squad, hazmat crews took over Ridge Boulevard. Biden and his girlfriend, Mindy, were rushed to the hospital.
They did some skin tests to see whether or not I had, any exposure of any kind, and everything came up negative.
She was released from Bethesda Medical Center Saturday night. The vice president's brother, Sunday morning.
Have you talked to your brother? Have you heard from him at all?
Well, sure, I've talked to my family, yeah. And everybody's happy that everything turned out, well.
It wasn't until late Saturday that the FBI determined that the white powder that contacted Biden's skin was harmless. Who the envelope in question came from and why it ended up in the Ocean Ridge mailbox of the vice president's brother, Frank Biden just doesn't know.
Everything is in their hands now. I know nothing more than you know. And, I want to thank everybody for their help and their concern.
And Frank Biden is not saying if there was anything inside that envelope besides the white powder, and the FBI is not commenting on this ongoing investigation. In Ocean Ridge, Dan Corcoran, WPTV News Channel 5.